My name is Jennifer. Thank you for getting up. Thank you for getting to your mats. Let's get started. But before we get actually moving, I want to say that the theme of today's class is play. Play. Play, y'all. Play. We are all experiencing an unprecedented disaster and ambiguous loss. This is a new phrase that I came across. Ambiguous loss, like shit's crazy. We have no routine. We're trying to make routine from the lack of routine. This is ambiguous loss. The loss of connection with people in person, the loss of habits. And play stimulates the release of dopamine and serotonin, and we could all use some of that. We could all use some of that. So, child's pose. Child's pose. Begin your Ujjayi breath right out of the gate. And during this practice, put in and keep present what you know, the 5 pillars of Baptiste yoga: Drishti, Ujjayi, Bandhas, Tapas, and Vinyasa. And wherever you encounter that thing, whatever that thing is for you, whenever you encounter it, we're going to put in play. Put in play. Downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Send your hips up, one heel at a time up. Spread your fingers, ground your finger pads down into the earth. Buoyancy in your joints. We're going for bounce today. Bounce. And the rebounding action that you get when you throw a ball against the earth and the ball rebounds off the earth up into the air, that's what we're going for. So bring that into your knees, into your elbows. Visualize you pressing your hands and feet into the earth like bouncing a ball, ragdoll at the top of your mat. And feel the energy that you press into the earth rebound up into you. Yeah. If it helps, you can visualize the bouncing of a ball, hitting the earth, rebounding up. Extended mountain. Hands to heart center. Will begin with 3 ohms. Extended mountain. Press your feet down, reach your fingers up, forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Plant your hands and come to high plank. Put bounce in your high plank. Rock forward, front and back, 10 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, vinyasa, low plank. Upward facing dog, press down. Downward facing dog, lift up. Bend your knees. Now bend your elbows. Put bounce in, put play in. Make this a dance, like for real. Yeah, breathe in. Bend your knees, breathe out, jump to the top of your mat. Good, share. Halfway lift, forward fold, extended mountain, see the wall behind you. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Good, Jen. Forward fold, yeah, high to low plank. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. As we get older, we forget about play. And play is defined as time that's spent without purpose. And what would your practice look like if you put in play? Yeah, if you put in a little play instead of being serious about yoga, right? Serious about yoga. Be playful. Everyone breathe in. Everyone get empty. Look at your mat, top of your mat, jump. Halfway lift. Good, Sophia. Forward fold. Extended mountain, turn it into a back bend right here. Forward fold, let it go. Halfway lift, breathe in. Vinyasa, high to low. Softness in your elbows, softness in your knees. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Again, breathe in. Breathe out. Everyone inhale. Everyone exhale. Look at the top edge of your mat. Jump there. Good, Shay. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Extended mountain. Last one. Reach up, lift up. Last sun A, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Vinyasa, high to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Bend your knees. Jump to the top of your mat. Good, Jen. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Take chair pose and bounce your chair pose. Little pulses bounce up and down in your chair for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, and a 6, and a 7, 8, 9, 10. Forward fold. Good work. Halfway lift. Vinyasa, high to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior one, right foot forward and create bounce in your warrior one. Imagine the beat of your favorite song right here and bounce your hips up and down. Yeah, how low can you go? Apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur, get it in your hips, reach up, look up, breathe in. Vinyasa, high to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior one, left foot forward. Put the bounce in. Maybe it's we will rock you. Whatever your beat is, put it in here. Put it into your hips. Put it into your knee. Lift your chest. Lift your gaze. Flow, high to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take another sun salutation. Be your music in your head, your beat in your hips. Jump to the top of your mat. Half lift, forward fold, chair pose. Put the dance into your hips, put the dance into your knees. A bounce here. Bounce. And when you want to, you fold your call, half lift. And then you'll take warrior one right side, warrior one left side, and put in your favorite soundtrack right here. Put it in your hips, put it in your knees, put it in your pelvis, and bounce. Send energy down through your feet, rebound it up through your fingers. Yeah, put it in. Yeah, enjoy the movement. Yeah, the bounce, the freedom of play. And you flow. Yeah. Good, Sophia. Good, Jen. Good, Shay. Cher, Michelle, Pablo. Yes, bring it. Get both sides. And when you are complete, we will meet in downward facing dog. Good work. Everyone walk your feet halfway up your mat. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. And with play, kick your feet up off the mat. Donkey kicks, frog hops, whatever you want to call them. Feet can be wide, feet can be narrow. Jump. 2, 3, 4, 5, little hops, yeah, 7, 8, 9, 10, downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Lift your right leg, bend your knee, flip your dog. Flip your dog. Put bounce into your hips here. Drop your hips just a little. Lift your hips just a little more. Drop your hips. Lift your hips. Put a dance into your flip dog for a 5 count. 1, your freestyle. 2, 3, 4, 5. Side plank. Right hand down. Lift and lower your top leg for a 5 count. Lift and lower. You are all strong. You've got this. 2, 3, 4, 5, downward facing dog. Lift your left leg, bend your left knee, flip your dog and turn it into a dance. Put it, bounce in, bounce down through your feet, up through your fingers. Your music, your 5 count. 1, freestyle. 2, 3, 4, 5. Side plank, left hand down. Right foot, right leg lifts up for a 5 count. 1 and a 2 and a 3, 4, 5. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Make some noise. Step your right foot forward, crescent lunge. Create your crescent lunge and bounce your hips up and down. Little pulses create buoyancy, rebound energy down. Feel it rise up. Good. Take your hands to heart center. Twist right. Yeah, you can keep the movement. If your song is still going in your head, keep it moving. Yeah. Softness in your knees. Open your arms, reach your fingers. Jazz hands down, jazz hands up. Movement in your hips. Yeah, come back to center. Put in a couple more bounces right here. Keep the beat moving. Open up warrior 2. Yeah. And again, bounce, buoyancy, bounce energy down through the 4 corners of both feet. Lower and raise your pelvis. Good. Reverse your warrior. Look up. Extended side angle. Yeah, come into extended side angle. Take the half bind. Bring your right thumb around to find your left hip crease. Wait a minute, that's not right. Left hand to right hip crease. That's not right. And lower and raise your pelvis. Put bounce in here. Yeah, how low can you get your pelvis? How low can you go? How low can you go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Vinyasa. Plant your hands in you flow. High push up, low push up. Upward facing dog. Breathe in. Downward facing dog. Breathe out. Step your left foot forward for crescent lunge. Raise and lower your pelvis. Press down through the 4 corners of your front foot. Put bounce in. Bounce down and up. Down and up. Down and up. Movement instead of static. Yeah, play instead of perfect. Hands to heart center, twist left. Keep the bounce, keep the softness, keep the movement. Yeah, open your arms, right fingers down, left fingers reach. Keep moving, keep breathing, keep bouncing. Good. Warrior 2. Yeah, warrior 2, and put the bounce back in. Hips up and down, hips up and down, up and down. Movement, freedom. Good. Reverse your warrior, look up. Extended side angle, take the half bind, right hand finds left hip crease. Yeah, put movement in your hips, movement in your knees. Bounce down and up. Down and up, down and up. Everyone breathe in. Vinyasa, hands to the mat and you flow, high to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Everyone, inhale. Exhale, jump your feet to your hands. You go. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair pose. Bounce, bounce in your chair pose. Bounce, hips up and down. Hands to heart center, twist right. Good, good. Squeeze in and bounce low, 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 low. Come back to center chair pose. Twist left and bounce. Little pulses, bouncing energy down through your feet, up in through your hips, up in through your chest. Come back to center, reach your fingers up, sit low, bounce low once more, forward fold, let it go. Split your feet, hips width distance apart, grab your big toes with your first two fingers, drop your head and put bounce into your hips. Yeah, movement, put bounce into your hips. Feel that rhythm that you've got, your favorite rhythm, the one that really gets you moving and you can't stop. Right here, hear it, feel it, bounce. Palms to toes, forward fold, stand in your hands. Stand on your hands and put the bounce back in. Shake your head left, shake your head right. Take 2 steps backwards in your gorilla pose. Take 2 steps forward in your gorilla pose. Everyone fill up. Release and take crow pose or yogi squat. Crow pose or yogi squat. Yeah, you fly your crow, you squat your squat, rebound energy down, push down, lift up, good Pablo, everyone, softness, movement, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, vinyasa, good work, dancing crows, upward facing dog, breathe in, downward facing dog, breathe out. Breathe in, bend your knees, look at your thumbs, jump to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, forward fold, extended mountain, see the wall behind you. Hands to heart center, take eagle and bounce. Put eagle, make your eagle bounce. Dancing eagle, we're gonna call this. Yeah, dancing eagle, playful eagle, bounce. Yes. From eagle, take standing leg raise, open up. Yeah, go right into standing leg raise. Bounce your standing knee. Good. Come to airplane. Yeah, with bounce in your standing knee. Good. Half moon. Yeah, create bounce in your standing knee, softness, playfulness, dance, freedom through movement right here, movement. Yeah, maybe, no, not maybe. Everyone bend your right knee. Wait, the extended leg. What am I doing? Take your foot, yeah, bring your knee really up close to your chest. Pull it really in close to your chest and then reach back and grab your foot or your ankle. Good, Pablo. Now kick your foot into your hand and open up. Send your chest towards the ceiling. Kick your foot back like you do in half moon. Yes. And send your gaze up. Yeah, bounce through your standing knee. Softness. Softness. You fall out, you come right back. Good work, everyone. So good. Come back to standing. Good play, I should say. Eagle. Left leg up and over. Yeah, and take a bounce in your eagle. Softness, movement up and down, up and down. Create rhythm, yeah, movement. Standing leg raise. Move your eagle to standing leg raise. Right into it, keep moving, bending your standing leg, finding bounce, putting it in. Half moon. Oh, I missed airplane. Don't forget airplane. We got to get airplane before we go to half moon. Yeah, kick your left leg back. Yeah, and then go to half moon. Sorry about that. Bend your standing knee. Bounce. Bring your left knee really close into your chest. Reach back with your left hand. Grab your left foot, your left ankle, and then kick your left leg back. Send your chest up towards the ceiling. Yeah, left arm back, left arm shoulder blade back. Gaze up and kick your foot into your hand. Pull on your foot with your hand, just like in dancer, and bounce your standing knee. Just a little, put the rhythm in. Yes, good. Come back to standing. Release. Eagle, right side, right leg up and over. Yeah, squeeze into center and put bounce in your hips, bounce in your pelvis. Squeeze in and bounce and move up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. Switch sides. Switch sides. Squeeze and move. Let your song come through loud and clear, what it is, right here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dancer pose, right side. And take your dancer and put play in your dancer. Yeah, put play and dance, bounce and move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change sides. And you take dancer, you take it on the left side, left foot, left hand, and you go. Your freestyle, your expression right here, right now. Unleash something. Let it come out. Let your truest expression come out. And change sides. Change sides, dancer, second set. Hug skin to muscle to bone and bounce. Bounce in your knee, bounce in your pelvis, softness and movement. Change sides. Your last opportunity in dancer to create movement, hips up and down. Bend in your knee. Bend in your elbows. Come back to standing. Tree pose. Tree pose, right side. Press down through the four corners of your standing foot. Bend your standing knee. Lower and lift your pelvis up and down, hips up and down. Send your gaze up. See the ceiling right up above you. Change sides. Good work. Change sides. Tree, left side, left foot. Press down energy through your standing foot. Feel the energy rebound up through your soft knee, your soft hips. Lift and lower, lift your gaze. Gaze up, eyes up. Good. Come to stand at the top of your mat. Breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Halfway lift. Vinyasa, high to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward for triangle. And put bounce in both knees, softness in your knees. Press down through the four corners of both feet. Rebound that energy from the floor up into your body and move. Have movement in your triangle. So everyone bend both knees. Lift the front of your pelvis. So pull your belly button up and in. Soften your elbows and put in a dance right here. Whatever your dance beat is, put it in right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, stand up, right toes face the long edge of your mat, fold forward. Fold forward, drop your head, shake your head around, shake your knees, lift and lower your hips. Yeah, bend your knees from side to side. Put in playfulness. Put in play. Just feel how good it feels to stretch through your hips, through your buttocks, through your feet, lengthening your spine as your head drops towards the floor. And if anything is getting in the way of you being playful, let it go. Interrupt that and bring in play. Stand up. Point your right toes forward, create pyramid pose. Bend in both knees. So Shay, bring your left foot wider out to the, yes, left foot wider. Fold over your front thigh, but bend both of your knees and lift and lower your hips here, even in pyramid pose. Yeah, fold over your front thigh and then bounce. Bounce hips and knees, movement and dance and play. Yeah. Twisting triangle. With bounce in your knees, bounce in your hips. Yeah, rebound the energy through your feet up into your hips, into your pelvis. Movement, play, softness, Sophia. Yeah, more dance, more movement, up and down, up and down, up and down. Everyone breathe in. Vinyasa flow, high to low. High to low, upward facing dog, breathe, downward facing dog, release. Step your left foot forward, triangle. Bend in your knees. Lift and lower your hips, lift the front of your pelvis. Softness and movement and playfulness. Ujjayi breathing, deep and free. And come up to stand. Interlock your hands behind your back, softness in your elbows. Do the funky chicken with your arms. Pull your shoulder blades together. Fold forward with bent knees. Lift and spread your 10 toes. Ground down to your feet. Bend your knees. Movement in your hips. Yeah, side to side, up and down. Good. Good. Stand up, create pyramid pose, left toes forward, right foot halfway up your mat. Good, Shay. Fold over your front thigh. Bend in your knees, dance in your hips, play in your hips. Movement, up and down, side to side, up and down, side to side. Twisting triangle. Bend both of your knees. Create movement in your hips for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Vinyasa flow, high to low. Good, good, Sophia. Good, Shay and Jen. Yes. Up dog, downward facing dog. High plank, low plank, high plank, low plank. Put a dance into your shoulders, a dance into your elbows. 3, 4, and 5. Lower all the way down to the earth. Locust pose, feet wide, arms wide. So take your arms out to a T. Yeah, feet wide. Rise up, lift your hands, lift your feet, and then move. Put movement in your fingers, movement in your elbows. Yeah, feet, bring them together, send them apart, together and apart. Bring your arms back by your sides, out into a T for 5. Keep moving. 4, keep moving. 3, 2, 1, release. Let it go. Number 2, locust pose, your freestyle. Take something that you enjoyed from that last one and put it in here. Playfulness, rise up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, lower down. Floor bow, reach back, grab your feet, grab your ankles, grab your shins, and rise up. Take your floor bow to the right, all the way over to the right, and kick your feet into your hands. Pull your feet with your hands. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, back to center and release. Number 2, floor bow. Take your feet with your hands. Send your body to the left, all the way over. Kick your feet. Pull your feet. 1, 2, 3, movement. 4, 5, come back to center. Kick once more, and then let it go. Let it go. Upward facing dog. Soft elbows, bounce in your elbows, lift your thighs, lift your knees, pull your arm bones back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, downward facing dog. Good, Cher. Come down to your knees and take camel. Take camel. Yeah, press your hips forward, lift your chest. Yeah, and movement. Maybe you pulse your hips forward. Lift your chest and lower your chest. How can you dance your camel? How can you bounce your camel? Your call. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit back on your heels. Take a breath in. Let it go. Dancing camel number 2. Dancing camel. Yeah, sway your hips from side to side. Maybe bounce your left hip out, your right hip out. Right shoulder up, left shoulder up. Put movement in where movement doesn't usually exist. Good. 5, 4. I see you, Shay. 3. Good work. 2, 1, come out of camel, sit on your heels, let it go. Make your way onto your back for bridge pose. Bridge pose. And press your hips up, rise up, and lift and lower your hips up and down, up and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, touch down, take a breath in. Let it go. And then we have 6 more to go. 6 bridges, 6 wheels, a mix, your call, your freestyle. Whatever you do, when you rise up, lower down, rise up, lower down, rise up, lower down. Put movement, pulses in your hips. Each one, 5. Pulse, 3, 2, 1, touch down. Inhale. Exhale. Number 2, rise up, bridge or wheel. Pulse. Baby pulses in your hips, even in wheels. Soften your elbows, soften your knees. 2, 3, 4, 5. Come down to earth. Breathe in. Breathe out. Number 3, rise up, bridge or wheel. Dancing in your hips, lifting and lowering in your hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Number 4, lift up, bridge or wheel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come down to your mat. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, rise up. Number 5, bridge or wheel. Movement in your hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come down to your mat. Good, Jen. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last one for a 10 count. Your bridge, your wheel. Lift and lower a foot, a hand. Put a dance into your igniting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Come down to your mat. Supta Baddha Konasana. Happy baby. And alternate between kicking one foot out, kicking the other foot out, rocking from side to side. Release your happy baby. Extend your legs up towards the ceiling. Flex your feet. Yes. And we are entering into stability, where I will give you 3 minutes for you to create bounce in your stability, your core series. 3 minutes, keep moving. Whatever you do, keep moving, generate heat. And you go. You do what creates fire and playfulness in your belly right here. Keep your feet engaged. Yeah, go for unleashing something. Releasing whatever you trap behind perfect, behind right, behind looking good. Yeah, let it go. Create fierceness, create playfulness, ferociousness, aliveness here. Keep moving. Good. Everyone's so good. I see lots of variety happening in the core, the igniting sequence. So good. Everyone doing their own thing. One of these kids is not like the other. Everyone's got something good going on. Keep moving. We're almost at 1 minute. You have 2 minutes more. You don't have to keep doing the same thing. You can switch it up. You can change it up. But go for creating heat, creating sweat, making it happen. Good, Michelle. Good, Pablo. Keep going. We have 90 seconds left, halfway through. Good, Sophia. Good, Jen. Yes, Shay. Keep those feet alive. Good work, Cher. Keep moving. Home stretch, getting closer. Keep moving. Keep making it happen. Last minute is quickly approaching, 60 seconds ticking down. If you stopped, come back. Come back into this opportunity for play. Fire in the belly, playfulness in between your ears. Last 45 seconds. Don't stop. Keep moving. Keep making it happen. Your freestyle. You don't like what you're doing, switch it up. You want more? Give it to yourself. Yeah, give it to yourself with play in mind. Time spent with no purpose. Just the simple enjoyment of saying, hey, I am here on my mat and I am alive. Right? Last 40 seconds. Last 20 seconds, 15 seconds. Don't stop. Last 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug in. Yeah, give yourself a hug. And then make your way to half pigeon. Reclined half pigeon or grounded half pigeon facing forward, facing the earth. You take your favorite side first. We'll get both. And press your feet down into the earth for traditional half pigeon. Flex your feet for reclined half pigeon. Yeah, press the back of your head down for reclined half pigeon. And for the next 2 minutes in this half pigeon, make it a game. Make it a game for yourself. Like, where can you soften? How much more can you soften? What can you give up to get more free and more playful in this pose? Alternate flexing your feet, softening your feet. For 45 seconds. And the game could be just noticing how quickly 45 seconds goes by. Change sides. Half pigeon, opposite side. In 2 minutes. 2 minutes to explore playing with your feet, the shape of your feet, the muscle energy in your body. And notice, are you fully tuned into what you're doing in your body, or are you checked out? Because if you're checked out, come back into your body, come back into the game. Come back into the game of life, the game of breathing in and breathing out. 60 seconds. Take double pigeon or seated figure 4. Your call. Yeah, check out what's going to happen in your hips if you try double pigeon. See, is it accessible? Is it not accessible? If it's not, seated figure 4. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, and the bounce that you put in your hips, you'll feel it here. You'll feel it here. Lean forward over your shins, just a little, just a little. Switch sides. Frog pose. Come into your frog pose with active feet, flexed feet. Yeah. And pulse your hips forward and back. Yeah, exploring your frog front to back. Two minutes. 2 minutes to explore taking your knees wider, your knees closer, your hips forward, your hips back. Have movement in your frog. Put movement in your frog. Lifting and lowering your pelvis, tilting your pelvis, sending your sits bones up and then lifting the front of your pelvis. Yeah, shake your head from side to side, movement in your neck, Wherever there is stiffness and stillness and stuckness, put play. Put play. Take the stuckness out. Put play in. "60 seconds to keep moving in your frog. Even if it's tiny little movements, even if it's just wiggling your toes. And come out of frog. Bring your legs together back behind you. Yeah, belly to the earth, legs together. Flex and point your feet. Yeah, movement. We don't usually move here after frog. Put some movement in.
Sorry.
Seated single leg extension. That's where we're headed. That's where we're headed. Yeah, fold over one leg at a time, fold forward. And here, sway your torso from side to side, shake your head, yes, shake your head, no, wiggle your toes. "60 seconds. Movement in fingers, movement in feet. Put play in where there's usually static, where there's usually no movement. Put some sort of movement in. Create a rhythm, create a dance, a flow. Good, Jen. Good, Sophia. Good, Pablo. Yes. Yes, Shay. Change sides. Flow your way to the other side. Movement, torso, hips, fingers, movement, playfulness, dance and bounce. And 60 seconds to explore this side in a new way, with movement, with rhythm, with play. Seated forward fold. Kick both of your legs out. Point your toes, flex your feet. Drop forward to your knees, to your shins. Lengthen through your right leg. Lengthen through your left leg. Shimmy your sits bones around on the ground. 45 seconds to move here in your seated forward fold. Spread your toes, spread your fingers. Good, Jen. Share. Reverse tabletop. Reverse tabletop and lift and lower your hips up and down. Movement. Sway your hips to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. Lift your hips up. Lower down to your mat. Fish pose. Fish pose. Lift your chest up. Yeah, sway your head, wiggle your toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come out of your fish and choose an inversion. Waterfall, headstand, handstand, shoulder stand. And in your inversion, if you're going to put in movement, keep it in your toes for shoulder stand. And for me, I can have the most fun when I'm playing. It takes me a little bit to get coaxed out of the doing it right, looking good, knowing the rules. But I have the most fun in play when I'm given permission to break the rules, when I know that there aren't any real hard rules to follow. And there aren't really that many hard rules to follow in yoga. We put them in as humans. We put in order. We put in discipline. But it's not always needed. It's not always what's wanted. I have a quote from Plato, of all people. Plato: "You can discover more about a person in an hour of play than in a year of conversation." Thirty more seconds in your inversion practice, your inversion playfulness. And slowly come down. Headstanders, shoulder standers take child's pose. Make your way onto your back and stretch from fingernail to toenail. Hug your right knee into your chest and squeeze it. Supine twist. Look towards your right thumb as your right knee goes across your body, all the way across your body. Yeah, Shay, good. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Flex and soften your feet. Yeah, move your hips. What does it feel like to move your hips in a supine twist? Twist the other way. Movement, put it in your fingers, put it in your toes. Flex and soften your feet. Move your hips around. Supta Baddha Konasana. Wiggle your toes, flex your feet, smush the bottoms of your feet together. Squeeze your knees in, lower your knees out. Move your body into a place for stillness of Shavasana. Take your feet wide, like off your mat wide, hands wide. Shavasana. Inhale. Exhale. Roll to your favorite side and come into a fetal position. Squeeze your knees into your chest. Come to seated at the top of your mat. Bring your hands to heart center. Press your fingertips into your fingertips. And we'll seal today's class with 3 ohms. Take your thumb knuckles to your forehead center. Split your palms apart. Lift your chin towards the heavens. Invite in whatever it is you need to get you closer to putting more play in your life, in your practice, in every breath. And together we bow and say, Namaste, Namaste. Thank you, Michelle, Pablo, Cher, Sophia, Shay, and Jen. Thank you so much for coming to your mat and doing this practice, putting in play, putting in the bounce, your own personal rhythm. Have a great Saturday.